I need to check my CR12s.
Show us the volume that you're checking for us to look at together. Mr. Speaker, I wouldn't mind a time indication of how much time I've spent.
The Pingo Beach on volume 2A, page 18.
You spent 40 minutes of the 2 hours, and
Thank you.
there's an additional 10 minutes for when we had a problem with the video.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Give us the page number kindly.
Page number 18 of 123, volume 2A.
Yes, proceed. Who owns the Pingo Beach?
Keith Ikino Rigathi, Kevin Gachagua Rigathi, and the estate of the deceased James Lerito Gachagua.
Let me go back to the beginning. You're a lawyer by profession.
Yes, I am.
You know the meaning of ownership of a company.
Yes, I do.
How is ownership of a company manifested?
In shareholding and...
Okay. How many shares does Keith Ikino Rigathi hold? According to your own exhibit. It may be getting hotter, but look at the document, compose yourself, and read. How many shares does Keith Ikino Rigathi hold according to your own document?
They are not indicated.
How many shares does Kevin Gachagua Rigathi hold according to your own exhibit?
They are not indicated.
What is the total number of shares in that company?
10,000.
Who is indicated as owning all those 10,000 shares?
There is a shareholding by the estate of the deceased James Lerito Gachagua.
It is the estate of the deceased James Lerito Gachagua. True or not true?
They own 10,000 shares.
What is the total number of shareholding?
10,000.
They own all the shares.
They own 10,000 shares.
What is the total number of shares in that company?
10,000.
So they own all the shares. The estate of the late James Lerito Gachagua owns all the shares according to your document.
It would appear so.
Is it so or is it not so? From your own document.
It on the face of the document, it would appear so.
Do you doubt this document you have given us?
No, I don't doubt it.
Thank you. The Deputy President then in defense says, this is a property owned by the estate of my late brother. Is he speaking the truth or not? From your own document. The Deputy President says, this is a company owned by the estate of my late brother. Looking at your own document, is the Deputy President saying the truth or is he not saying the truth? Remember, you are a lawyer all the time.
The estate of the deceased James Lerito Gachagua owns 10,000 shares.
Out of how many shares?
I wouldn't vouch for the truthness of the Deputy President's
I'm saying
testimony.
The estate of the late James Lerito Gachagua owns 10,000 shares. Out of how many?
10,000.
Mr. Mutuse, you told me you are a lawyer.
Yes.
And let's be lawyers now.
Yes.
When the Deputy President therefore says this company is wholly owned by the estate of my deceased brother, is he speaking the truth or not according to your document?
It's either yes or no. We make progress. We move, Honorable Mutuse.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You had begun by telling us you have a problem with this company. You have a problem with the estate of the deceased owner holding all the shares in the company?
No, we do not have a problem with that.
From your company law knowledge, do you know the role of directors in a company?
Yes, I do.
What directors play in a company?
They direct.
Directors are management. They manage.
They direct the management.
Correct.
The leadership.
What is wrong with these two boys managing this company on behalf of the shareholders who are disclosed? What is wrong against the law?
There is nothing wrong.
Okay. The value of this hotel is part of your 5.2 billion. True or not true?
It is.
Are you willing to deduct it now from that? Because you can now see who owns it.
At the appropriate time, we will show.
Are you willing to deduct it?
No.
Thank you. So I was proceeding for you stopped me to deal with Vipingo and I've dealt with it. I hope to your satisfaction. Are you satisfied?
We can proceed.
Heartland Supplies Limited, what problem do you have with it?
If you could remind us, that was page?
Oh, sorry, page 20 of 85, company number 14.
Volume 1, eh?
Volume 1, yes. Kindly move that box.
Company number?
Number 14.
Company number 14. Just to confirm, we are on the same page. This is Heartland Supplies Limited.
Yes.
We have no quarrel with Heartland Supplies.
Page 21, paragraph 17, Mothers of the Land Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We have no quarrel with Mothers of the Land.
Number 18, Pioneer Medical Kenya Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We don't have a problem with it.
Overleaf, page 22, Reed of Furniture Mart Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We do not have a problem with it.
Royal Crimson Ventures Limited. What problem do you have with it?
No, not at all.
Technical Supplies and Services Limited. What problem do you have with it?
We do not have a problem with it.
You listed all these companies just to create a screaming headline for your motion with no problem with them.
We listed all these companies to show that they are associated with persons close to the Deputy President and that they are companies that are either used or can potentially be used for purposes of corruption and money laundering.
Okay, they can potentially be used. The DP intends to use them in future, so this motion is preventive.
Indeed, we are addressing fears.
You have come here to address fears that DP may use these companies in future to commit corruption.
Indeed, yes.
That's why you want this Senate to impeach the DP on this ground.
We have also shown...
No, that's why you want this Senate to impeach the DP on this ground.
There are some that we have shown have been
I've taken through a number of companies, Mr. Mutuse. I've taken the number of companies,
yes,
one by one.
Yes.
You have said you have no problem with them.
We have no problem with the ones that we have said we have no problem with.
Let's go to paragraph 70. (8A).
78A.
His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied Kenya Medical Supplies Agency officials into awarding a tender for the supply of mosquito nets to Crystal Kenya Limited. Was Crystal Kenya Limited a bidder for this tender?
Crystal Kenya Limited is a local...
I've asked, was it a bidder for this tender?
It is a local representative of...
Is it a bidder for this tender? By the way, let me now ask you basic questions. Do you know the meaning of the word bidder?
Honorable Mutuse.
It is not a bidder.
Yeah, we make progress. We respond, we make progress.
So let's read the allegation, the particulars.
Yes.
It says, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied Kenya Medical Supplies Agency officials into awarding a tender for the supply of mosquito nets to Crystal Kenya Limited. Was Crystal Kenya Limited in fact awarded that tender?
They were not a bidder.
Were they in fact awarded that tender as your ground alleges?
No, they were not.
So why are you alleging that they were bullied into awarding the tender? Why are you alleging when they were not awarded?
They are the local representative.
I'm asking, why are you alleging that they were bullied into being awarded the tender?
Because they are the local representatives of Shobika, the company that is under investigation for this tender.
Your ground says His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied KEMSA officials into awarding a tender for the supply of mosquito nets to Crystal Kenya Limited. his proxy company, full stop. Is that allegation correct?
In the
Is that allegation true?
there was no award to.
Is that allegation true?
It is true to the extent that they are
it is
local
true
representatives.
That His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua bullied KEMSA to award a tender to Crystal Kenya Limited, his proxy company.
Shabika, represented by.
I'm asking you a different question. Your allegation is that KEMSA was bullied to award a tender to Crystal Kenya Limited. Full stop. Am I reading it correctly, by the way?
You are reading it correctly.
Is that what I have read correctly itself true?
In the narrow sense, it is not true.
Thank you so much. You also say that Crystal Limited had submitted a fake big bid bond with the sole intention of fraudulently acquiring public property. What do you mean by a fake bid bond?
An irregular bid bond.
What do you mean by an irregular bid bond?
Bid bond that was found not to meet the requirements.
What was the irregularity that was found in that bid?
I guess that is why ESCC.
No. What was the irregularity? You don't ask about the allegation here. What was the irregularity that was found with that bid bond? There was a specific irregularity. What was it?
It was brought outside time.
You are sure of that fact?
It was brought outside time.
You are sure of that fact?
Insofar as I know.
I'm saying, are you sure of that fact? Because you're on oath.
Insofar as I know.
No, are you sure of the fact? It was brought out of time. Are you sure of the fact that it was brought out of time?
Insofar as I know.
You referred us to the letter by KEMSA terminating that bid. Do you remember?
Yes.
Can you draw us to that letter, the volume number and the page where it is? And the counsel is talking to the witness, and you can see he's actually answering the question. He's a junior colleague. He's engaged in extremely unethical behavior that should not be done in a small claims court. Forget about our country's Senate. You've seen it with your own eyes.
Counsel for the Deputy President, I cannot hear exactly what was exchanged there. And therefore, I don't have the benefit of what was exchanged, and I'm not in a position to rule on it.
Okay.
Let's make progress.
Yes. I'm coming to you shortly.
We have the affidavit of Dr. Andrew Mula, who was the acting CEO of KEMSA at the time.
I've asked for the letter from KEMSA rejecting the bid, the letter, the story letter.
In our volume 1, from page 67, you are asking for which letter?
As if you refer to the letter by KEMSA that rejected the bid in this mosquito net deal.
No, I referred us to the messages from Honorable Rigathi Gachagua's son to the children, to the CEO.
Let's go to that directly. Let's just go to that issue directly so that we finish with it now that you have raised it. Are you referring to the document at page 70 of volume 1?
Yes, indeed.
From which phone number is that message coming?
It's it needs to be read.
But from which phone number? You know a phone number?
With paragraph 4.
I've asked from which phone number? Just give me the phone number.
Plus.
It is sending the message.
Plus 254 717 871 036.
I'm asking at that page, we can see a screenshot of a message. Is that screenshot telling us the phone number is coming from?
It is not.
It is not.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now want to deal with the document I had looked at earlier. Let's look at volume 3 of the the Deputy President's documents. You have it. Look at volume 3 of the Deputy President's documents at page 180.
Yes, there we are.
That is a letter from KEMSA.
Yes, on the face of it.
It is addressed to Shobika Impex Private Limited.
Yes.
It is setting out the reason why that bid was unsuccessful. Does it set out the reason? It says, reference is made to the above, sorry, my apologies. We are looking at page 180 of volume 3 of the Deputy President's documents. And it's been projected on the screen. For those of us who can read the font on the screen, it's been projected on the screens. It is setting out the reason why that bid was rejected. It is because the tender security was not paginated.
Yes, from this document it says so.
That's what you are calling a fake bid document. That's what you are describing as a fake bid document.
The document you have shown.
I'm asking, this reason is what you are saying constitutes a fake bid document.
Of course, if the tender security was not paginated,
yes,
it is irregular.
Are you saying it is fake?
It is irregular.
Then I'm asking a different one. Are you saying you want this sentence to conclude that this attribute, failing to put a page number on a bid document, made it fake?
It made it irregular.
I'm asking a different, the word you have used in the motion is fake. We are trying the motion.
No, but irregular.
Thank you. Your statement in the motion, therefore, that was fake is not true. It's false. Your statement in the motion that was fake is false.
Strictly yes.
Thank you. Let me move to a fairly different limb of argument. And this is now let's go to the question of Olive Gardens Hotel. Have it. I don't. I don't have it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have some massive documents here. Sometimes let's deal with the affidavit of Peterson Njomo Mushira.
Indeed.
According to Peterson Njomo Mushira, how did he acquire this property? Rather, how did his company, that's the correct way of putting it, isn't it? TM Engineering, yes? How did his company acquire this property? The process of acquisition.
He says he entered into a secret arrangement with the Honorable Gachagua to purchase the property on their...
Who was purchasing the property?
On the understanding that...
No, I'm asking a different question. Who was purchasing the property?
That TM Engineering.
The purchaser of the property is TM Engineering?
Yes.
Who is the registered proprietor of the property?
Let me confirm. This is the Olive Gardens.
Who is the registered proprietor of the property, Olive Gardens Hotel?
I'm tracing the documents. Olive Gardens, the registered proprietor is Philip Wanjema Kago.
Sorry?
Philip Wanjema Kago. Is it?
Kindly refer to the page, the volume and the page you're looking at.
This is the volume 2A, page 10 of 123.
So who is that? Who is that?
Is Philip Wanjema Kago.
I'm asking, who is he? Do you know him?
I don't.
Let's look at your affidavit of Njomo.
Yes.
First, you concede, he says the deputy president requested him to buy the property.
In response.
No, he requested him to buy the property as a fact.
In the deputy response.
I'm talking about what Njomo is saying. Njomo is saying the deputy president requested him to buy the property.
They entered into a secret arrangement.
No, requested him to buy the property. As a matter of fact. Yes?
Yes.
He bought the property. Yes?
Yes. On certain terms of a secret arrangement, according to him.
That the arrangement was that?
That the deputy president would buy the hotel.
Would buy the hotel from him.
By refunding the
No, would buy the hotel from him by refunding the money.
Yes.
Has he in fact bought it?
He would be the correct
Has he? No, you are the motion mover. You are here with us. You will not run away from anything, Mr. Mutuse. Has he in fact bought it?
I would imagine so.
Sorry?
I would imagine so.
When did he buy it?
I do not know.
Oh, you want these senators to impeach this deputy president on your imagination?
I have said, and there is nothing wrong with not knowing. I do not know.
Does Mr. Peterson Njomo Mushira say that in fact the DP has bought this hotel? Does he say so, that in fact the DP has bought this hotel?
He says.
Does he say that in fact the DP has bought this hotel? Yes or no?
He says.
Does he say that the DP has in fact bought this hotel? Yes or no?
He says that the deputy president would buy the hotel from me by refunding the purchase price of 412 million